Honorable ministers, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure and honor to speak to you today during the high-level opening of COP15. I consider the post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework to be the most important roadmap for nature at this critical juncture for the global environment. Parties have a great opportunity and responsibility to agree to ambitious post-2020 framework biodiversity framework in Kunming. I appreciate that the draft Global Biodiversity Framework continues to emphasize biodiversity mainstreaming and that it builds on our collective experience implementing the Aichi targets. As the CEO of the Global Environment Facility, serving as financial mechanism of the CBD, I'm committed to do my utmost to support countries in their effort to implement the Global Biodiversity Framework. We have just concluded our second meeting for the GEF 8 replenishment, where we propose an ambitious strategy for addressing the needs of parties under the new framework and for which we have received strong donor support. GEF 8 builds on our experiences with integrated programming to address the key drivers of biodiversity loss that includes an even stronger focus on transformational change of key economic systems to reverse degradation of the global environment and to halt biodiversity loss. The GEF 8 integrated programming strategy is inclusive from the outset with a focus on stakeholder engagement, including indigenous people and local communities and the private sector, to ensure impact at scale and to enhance knowledge sharing and learning. Furthermore, we plan to widen the scope of our integrated programs to better tackle the interlinked challenges that face our natural systems, food system, urban system, energy systems, and health. GEF 8 strategic investment in the conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity are designed to support countries to achieve the 4 goals and the 21 action targets of the future Global Biodiversity Framework in a more systemic and comprehensive way than any previous GEF investment strategy, and they fully embody the implementation of the 3 key objectives of the CBD. The GEF has long recognized the need for mobilizing more domestic resources to successfully implement the CBD through investment in natural capital assessment and accounting, payment for ecosystem services, debt for nature swap, project for finance performance, and other creative financial mechanisms at the national level. Investments on this kind build critical capacity and enhance mobilization of domestic resources. In GEF 8, we aim to build on this experience and directly support countries in their domestic resource mobilization effort for biodiversity through the development and implementation of revised NBSAP and biodiversity financial plan. In recognition of the urgency of this moment, the GEF, in partnership with UNDP and UNEP, is actively exploring the means to provide financial and technical support to developing country governments to help fast-track implementation of the framework once it is formally agreed next year at COP15. Dear ministers, colleagues and friends, the Global Environmental Facility is the largest and most experienced multilateral fund dedicated to address climate change and threat to nature, working across borders and sectors. Since our inception, the GEF has provided over $6 billion and leveraged an additional $40 billion to advance implementation of the CBD. These investments have benefited 159 countries covering close to 2,000 projects. The vision for GEF 8 is the achievement of a healthy, productive, and resilient environment that underpins the well-being of human societies. In raising the ambitions for the GEF, our end goal is to halt nature loss and to help move the world towards a carbon neutral, nature positive, and pollution-free future. You can count on an even stronger and more strategic GEF partners to support the parties in the implementation of the Global Biodiversity Framework. Muchas gracias.